Hello Anand, across and fast and bouncy Brisbane. The Australians certainly ringing in a lot of changes, haven't they? The captain's changed, the batsman at number 3 is going to change. There's going to be a shuffle of that batting order, a couple of new basemen coming in as well. How do you see all of that sort of panning out at the Gabba?
Well, yes, Australia have made several changes. The most obvious of one of them being Michael Clarke missing out, and that's through injury. And he's had a operation on his injured hamstring today, and there's nothing they can do about that. Sean Marsh, who's been in and out of the side and has been cover for Clarke in the past, comes into the batting order. And this means that Steve Smith, who was appointed captain just 2 days ago, is now going to be moving up the order to number 4. Smith, of course, is enjoying the best batting form of his life. He's done exceptionally well in a variety of conditions. So that move up the order shouldn't be a problem at all for him. And in the pace bowling department, Ryan Harris and Peter Siddle, both missing from this second test match as Australia have announced their 11. This gives a debut to Josh Hazlewood, who's only 23, but it's expected that his height will play a pretty crucial factor on a pitch where bounce was expected to be the main weapon. There's also a game for Mitchell Starc, another tall bowler, and there's no reason to believe that he won't enjoy the conditions here as well. Australia will obviously miss the experience of Ryan Harris, but with neither he nor Siddle being 100%, the selectors didn't want to take a chance.
And Anand, at least one big change for India as well. MS Dhoni coming back, that would mean Ridhiman Saha going out, Virat Kohli not the captain anymore. Are there any other changes that you might think that the Indians are going to bring in at the Gabba, and any changes as far as the Indian approach is concerned?
Yes, Mahendra Singh Dhoni coming back is certainly a big development for the Indian team. They've missed their captain in the first test match, but Virat Kohli made sure that such an exciting game of cricket was played out that hardly anyone was talking about Dhoni at the time. But with Dhoni coming back and promising in his pre-match press conference to continue to try and play an aggressive brand of cricket and try to win games overseas, it looks like there will be enough for fans to look forward to here as well. That change seems to be the one that is set in stone. And the other one, which is very likely, is that R. Ashwin will come back into the side in place of Karan Sharma. The leg spinner didn't have the greatest of debuts in the first test in Adelaide on a wicket where Nathan Lyon picked up 12 wickets. So Ashwin perhaps will count himself unlucky at not playing in that game, but he'll be happy to be back if he makes the cut for the second test match.
Speaking about the Indians, Anand, Shikhar Dhawan as well as Rohit Sharma not doing terribly well in the first test in Adelaide, so they would be under pressure, wouldn't they? And also the bowlers, they couldn't really bowl the Australians out. So a few Indians under pressure to perform in the second test.
Yes, certainly there are a couple of players in this Indian team who are under a bit of pressure. Not least of them, Rohit Sharma. At number 6, he's had very little success overseas. In the 6 test matches that he's played, he averages just a little over 22. He's managed just one half century in 12 knocks. And these are in varying conditions from England to South Africa to New Zealand and now Australia. So the team management clearly believes that he's a special talent and that he's going to deliver big when he does deliver. But it's reaching a point where he desperately needs some runs. The team has backed him. Now it's his turn to come good and return that confidence that the selectors and the captain have placed in him. The other person that India might be a little concerned about is Shikhar Dhawan. Again, the statistics are pretty damning. India haven't had a 50-run opening partnership since July 2011 in England when Abhinav Mukund and Gautam Gambhir crossed the mark at the Oval. So without starts, India is always going to struggle to win games overseas. And while Vijay has done well, it's time now for Shikhar also to come to the party. Otherwise, at some stage, India will have to consider other options.
Right, thanks so much, Anand, for joining us from the Gabba. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you after the day's play every single day of that test match. For the moment, thanks a lot for joining us.